As a person, he was always very determined, very positive about the way he went about his business, about his life. Very, very professional in his attitude to the business and to his clients. The clients that he had would have come back to him on a regular basis because of his ability to service them and to make sure that the right product was sold to them.
My name's Keith Baldwin. I used to be the CEO and Deputy Chairman of Allied Dunbar Assurance and also the Chief Operating Officer of Zurich in the UK. And I was with those two companies for some 35 years. And during that time I got to know Drew extremely well. In fact, he was a great supporter of the business, a very good colleague, and he and his wife Carol became good friends. And during that time he used to be one of the very top producers, and as a company we could always rely on him producing high volumes of very good quality business, because one of his most important issues was always to make sure that his clients and customers were very satisfied. And Drew possessed enormous energy, and he used to put that into his business, and so we were extremely happy with the business relationship we had with him for many years.
Drew worked his way up. He became a unit manager and ended up running a team of over 20 people, which was a big team in those days. It also became the most successful team in the division, coincidentally. So you began to associate with Drew success. Whatever he did, he'd be good at it, because he'd work at it until he was good at it. And that's really one of his qualities.
So the benefit of working as a franchisee or working with support in general is that you get experience and you get people who've made the mistakes telling you how not to make them, which means essentially it saves you time and hopefully it means you make profit faster.
I'm sure you've all met him before, and I'm sure you all have a good idea just how expansive his wealth of experience in both the financial and the property sectors are. Your Chief Executive of BeckettHanlon, Drew Beckett.
Now, what I mean by always the right decision, well, what I mean is always the right decision for your customer, for your franchisee, and for the company. Because if you make the right decision, things happen. I'll tell you what happens. You get repeated business.
Good evening, we're in Ridley Hall in Belfast for the exciting launch of BeckettHanlon Global Property Franchise, and we're sat with the CEO and founder, Mr. Drew Beckett. Hello, Drew.
Hello, Simon, how are you?
Very well, thanks. So, Drew, why start a global property franchise in this climate at 65 years old?
Well, Simon, I'm still thinking about that. But truthfully, 65, to cover 65, I'm a fit and healthy guy at 65, and it's not really for money as such. I mean, I know today that I've got a family, I love my family, and I want to leave a legacy behind, and also a legacy for other people to build wealth. Now, you could be saying to me, or the public could be saying to me, why in this climate, when prices is down, everybody's moaning about prices, the property market's in a slump, but really at the end of the day I believe that in all adversity there is opportunity, and I'm taking an opportunity for my family and for other people to build a franchise, because I know that there's growth out there and there's profit out there. And to quote my famous friend Warren Buffett, he always says when people are running away from something, that's the time to get in.
Another part of what the franchisees get is access to the training. How good is the training?
Well, we believe at BeckettHanlon the training is excellent, but not just by saying it's excellent. There's a lot of thought, but there's a lot of experience in training. And I've been in business 35 years, but I've been trained also by very, very good trainers. Training, you see, is everything, because like property, you'll always hear property developers saying, location, location, location. At BeckettHanlon, we actually say training, training, training. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to BeckettHanlon Worldwide Property Franchise. And first of all, may I say congratulations on becoming one of our franchisees.
Anyone who is looking to get a property franchise, this is the right company, because not only it gives brilliant support and leads and help, but it also has everything that is needed to sell the property, to get the right, from finding the right property and exchanging the money to getting the right legal team to look at the property. So the support is there, and it makes the selling of the property a pleasure. It makes the buying of the property a very satisfying experience for the people as well.
Anything I'm going to need help with basically is going to be there, whether it is learning how to get referrals, which is a big thing. Obviously, where do you go after you speak to one person? It's one thing selling the property, but where do you go if you don't ask for your help, which is a big thing that Drew said. Anything that I'm going to be stuck on, whether it be even what country do I go to, how do I book tickets, how do I get cars, how do I get mortgages, it is within that box, as Drew said in the seminar. Everything will be there in the box. It's a matter of picking up a phone, FaceTime and emailing, whatever it may be, and I know that it will be 24/7 help, and I've no doubt about that.
To my mind, the franchise operation that Drew is setting up and running will actually enable people who before hadn't been used to running a business run that business very successfully, because they'll know that they've got someone who knows how to run a business, that has the right systems, IT processes and different mechanisms to help them do the business in the most efficient and effective way. In words of one syllable, they should produce very, very big profits for themselves.